Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another contest entry. This one's going to be for Jimmy C's 100 subscriber contest. Um, and yeah, so first off, congratulations on your 100 subscribers, Jimmy C. Definitely check out Jimmy C out. He has a pretty great collection, comic book collection, so definitely check him out. I'm going to leave two links down below, one for his channel and one for the video in which he's discussing his actual contest. Before I also go any further, I want to say this is the 5th time I'm doing this video because YouTube lately has not been letting me post my videos. It's been taking me like two, maybe three, this maybe hell even 10 tries at one point to actually make a video and post it. This is the 5th time I've tried this. Hopefully this one works out. Cross my fingers, please. So yeah, god damn it. YouTube. Whatever. So yeah, he asked 10 questions. And the first one is, where do I live? I live on planet Earth. So yeah. Origin of my YouTube name. My name on YouTube is Daniel Mart. My name in real life is Daniel Mart. So yeah, pretty simple. Um, okay. Next question is, what is the first comic book I ever bought? Personally, the first comic book I ever bought is The Walking Dead number 100. This is the variant cover. I got this for cover price $3.99. So yeah, this is, I guess you could call it a key issue. It's a key issue for the series, and then overall, I think it's a decent key issue. It's not too expensive. It's usually within the $15 to $30 range. So you could get it fairly cheap. Um, this is a key issue mostly because first off, it's issue 100 of the series. So yeah, and it's also the death of a pretty significant character. Not gonna say who, but you know, yeah. Next up, he wants to know what is the best deal we ever made on a comic book, and for me, that one has to be Punisher 2099 number one. And the reason I consider this to be a steal is because this one is actually signed by Tom Morgan right there. So yeah, I actually got this in a bundle, I guess you could say, with two other Punisher books, Punisher War Journal and Punisher Warzone number one. They're all number ones, and this was in the middle. So you have Punisher Warzone on one side, Punisher War Journal like here on the back. You can see the cover here. War Journal like right here, the cover here. Warzone here, and then 2099 in the middle. I didn't know it was signed. Apparently the guy didn't either, and I just got this for $5. I opened it up, because I wanted to make sure the third comic was in there, and it was. And then I noticed that it was signed by Tom Morgan, who I guess works on thing. And then I searched it up, and this book, with the condition that it's in, and the fact that it's signed, and number one and all that, it's a pretty decent book. It's about 15 to 20 bucks. So I ended up paying about $1.50 for this 20-something dollar book. So for me, that's a steal. I think that's the best deal I ever made for a comic thus far. So yeah. Then on the flip side, he wants to know what's the worst deal we ever made for a comic. And for me, I have to say Action Comics number 408. So yeah, this guy, the guy was negotiating this with, he had a small bin with a few Action Comics left. It was like the end of the day, at this Comic Con or comic book convention. It was at the end of the day. I think it was like the last day, if I'm not mistaken, or like the second to last day. Um, he was tired out, and he had like 5 or 6 Action Comics left. Um, I just go up to him, see what he has. Um, I saw all the comics. I didn't really pay attention to all the comics, but I thought all of them were in pretty good condition, except for but I didn't really notice this one. At first, I just kind of flipped through each comic, make sure they're in some kind of decent condition. And I only saw it like up to this part, this whole part. So I'm like, yeah, that's in pretty decent condition. It's a bit dirty, but I guess I can still work with it. Um, goddamn was I wrong. Uh, for the whole box, I ended up paying, or whatever was left in the box, which was like 6 issues. I ended up paying $7, more or less. The guy wanted $10, but I talked him down to 7. I wish I talked him down to 5 in retrospect. So I ended up paying like 95 cents or some less than $1, between 90 and $1 basically for this comic. And basically doesn't, and really it's in horrible condition. Just take a look at it. I mean, it's creased here. Um, the spine's rolled up. It's chipping. It's dirty, and the condition wise just sucks. And trust me, if I ever find this comic in better condition, I will buy it in a heartbeat. Well, in a decent price though. So yeah, I ended up paying like $1 just for this comic, and in retrospect, I wouldn't pay more than 25 cents for the comic. So basically, cover price. That's what I wouldn't pay anymore. So yeah, honestly, that's the worst deal I've ever made thus far. Usually, I pay attention to condition, make sure it's in good condition, make sure it's a decent price. I don't know what happened that day, but then again, it was like very early on when I was starting to collect, so I guess that has some kind of fault in it, but whatever. Next up, he wants to know what is the most expensive comic I have in my collection. Right now, I don't have many expensive comics. I think the only three comics I think will fall under that category. Um, will be The Walking Dead number 100, because 100th issue, major character death. I searched it up. It's around $15 to $20 book. It's gonna be between that, Punisher 2099, signed, good condition. It's number one, between $15 and $20 book, and Amazing Spider-Man number 700, last issue. Granted, it is a variant cover, and for this one, the variant cover does affect it, but it's still a $15 to $20 book. So yeah, those have to be my three most expensive comics in this collection. Cause yeah, I mean, most of the comics I have aren't usually expensive, or aren't really like major key issues. But give me like another 10 years, and you'll probably see some key issues, some in this collection. So yeah, I mean, those have to be maybe my most expensive comics, ranging between 15 and $20. So yeah, next up, he wants to know who is my favorite YouTuber. Um, my favorite YouTuber is Trev's Chan 2. I'll leave a link for his channel down below, which is kind of funny considering he has more than half a billion subscribers, and I've got 200 plus subscribers. So yeah, logic. But not seriousness. The reason he's my favorite YouTuber, I mean, he does reviews on the Walking Dead comic books. He does reviews on the Walking Dead TV show. He reviews the Game of Thrones TV show. He's reviewed the Breaking Bad TV show. He's reviewed several movies, comic book related movies, comic book based movies, I guess. Such as the Batman trilogy, the Nolan trilogy. He's reviewed like the Avengers and Spider-Man and all those movies. So the guy's pretty cool. Again, link down below for his channel for those who want to check it out. So yeah. The next question he asked is, if I were drunk, what book would I probably buy on eBay on an impulse and regret it later? For me, probably Walking Dead number 100, not 100, number 1. Sorry. Yeah, Walking Dead number 1 is probably the one I'd buy on an impulse on eBay if I were drunk, because I love The Walking Dead, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that book goes from like $100 to like $250, but I've seen it go as high as like $3,000, 2,000, 3,000 bucks, and I probably end up paying like $3,000 at the end, because I'm drunk. So yeah. Walking Dead number 1 is probably the book I probably end up spending a lot of money on. Either way, but if I were drunk, I'd probably spend more money than I would if I were sober. So yeah. Then the last thing he asks is to ask him a question. This one isn't mandatory, but there is a question I do have, and what got you into collecting comics? I know many people have different stories as to why, their dad or their brother started collecting it, or because they like a certain character or show or whatever. So what's your excuse for wanting to collect comics. What made you begin collecting comics? I think saying what's your excuse is kind of rude. So sorry if it came out rude, but you know what I mean. Why did you start collecting comics? Um, you know, why did you become so passionate about it and all that? So that'd be pretty cool if you answered that question for me. Um, and yeah, once again, congratulations for having hit 100 subscribers on your channel. Very well deserved. I'm pretty sure you have more than 100 subscribers at the moment though. Um, yeah, I can almost guarantee it. With the rate you're going. So yeah. So yeah, congratulations on 100 subscribers. Very well deserved. You got a pretty good collection. The first comic book you ever got, Damage Control #4, I believe it was. I kind of want to get it just because of the cover. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, I really have to call you out on that. That's a pretty cool cover. It's a pretty cool comic book. Um, so yeah, eventually I do want to get it though, but not. It's a very cool cover. I think that's the only reason I want to get it. I'm gonna shut up now on that. But on another topic, congratulations on 100 subscribers. Hopefully you get a bunch more. And I mean, that's basically all I have to say. Again, to just do a quick rundown on all the comics I showed today. I showed Action Comics number 408 for worst deal on a comic. Amazing Spider-Man 700 for possibly most expensive in my collection. Punisher 2099 for most expensive, possibly most expensive and best deal on the comic, and Walking Dead 100 for possibly most expensive and first comic ever gotten. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. And yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, comic book reviews, and TV show reviews. Besides that, I do comic book hauls, not DVDs. I guess some DVDs, but whatever. Movie hauls as well. So definitely stay tuned for those. Besides that, comment down below your thoughts on Jimmy C. Have you seen him yet? And if not, why not? Comment all that down below. And if you have seen Jimmy C's channel, what are your thoughts on him? Just comment all that down below. Share the love down below. I'm gonna leave 3 links down below. One for Jimmy C's channel, one for Jimmy C's video in which he discusses the competition, and one for Trev's Chan 2 channel for my favorite YouTuber. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Subscribe not only to me but to Jimmy C if you haven't already. Comment down below, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.